Hello everyone. In this video, I wanted to talk about um, the. Oh, I have it on my phone as well. I texted to myself Wednesday, October 30th, 2019, and I wrote Facebook user vehicle input period. Last record of oil change with odometer revealed for next oil change, comma, with possible business companies around the user's living area to per- perform the service similar to a Google search, unless or else the user has an existing company as active, period. By that I meant, by the word active, I meant um, if the user has a company that is servicing their vehicle for an extended period of time, or for just um, on a like they just started. But either way, this is going to be, from my perspective, like aviation with airplanes. Um, with airplanes. Um, and I don't know how to spell aviation. Okay, aviation, Aviation. Um, so we could look at the definition for that, and right here, aviation or air transport refers to the activities surrounding mechanical flight and the aircraft industry. Aircraft includes fixed wing and rotary wing types, morphable wings, wingless, lifting bodies, as well as lighter than aircraft such as balloons and airships. Aviation began in the 18th century with the development of the hot air balloon, an apparatus capable of atmospheric displacement through buoyancy. Some of the most significant advancements in aviation technology came with the controlled gliding flying of Otto Lilienthal in 1896. Then a large step in significance came with the construction of the first powered airplane by the Wright brothers in the early 1900s. Since that time, aviation has been technologically revolutionized by the introduction of the jet, which permitted a major form of transport throughout the world. And basically, it goes into a bunch of other stuff. And basically, they're there to support and protect people's lives. So the same thing that I was thinking was for um, Facebook, but I guess it can be. I'm sure there is an app out there that will do the same similar concepts of um, recording the odometer of your vehicle for the next oil change. As a history note, And now with you don't even need your vehicle um, in a sense to have a computer in it because your phone will can um, keep track of this information, especially if it has a chip on it to track its whereabouts. Now, most vehicles 2000 2001 up have those that I believe have that technology installed within them. So that's an option as well. By keeping track of that, it could therefore be inputted for the user's vehicle. And then obviously there's different forms of vehicles, and all of them have a unique um, um, serial number, uh, ID number to differentiate every vehicle that is driving or that is on the planet. And that's how we are able to notify which vehicle is which for any specific reason. So if anything is wrong with the vehicle and if anything happens, just like the aviation, the the driver can be held responsible as well as and I hear a lot of doubt. I hear demons laughing, doubting, like Sarah or Sarai. But I'm gonna try to stay focused and disregard all that. And just focus on what my intentions of this video. And with this documentation and data gathered, we can we can create future analytics based on data that's collected when there is a report or incident of a vehicle or vehicles that are involved in an accident or that have been or that have been forced to pull over for further maintenance, even if it requires AAA or any type of tow truck company to go and pick up the vehicle, right? Because I have AAA, so that's why I said AAA. But if you whatever the towing company is, to from that point on, and to the point where they take it to the maintenance shop, and then obviously gathering the information of what was performed on the vehicle, so it can be documented via, um, like just digitally, right? Simplest terms for the data collection, and with that information, we will be able to um, classify different stages and vehicles and their seriousness of them having to have the aviation type of uh, inspection performed upon it or not. And obviously, there's CHP and the DMV that can also regulate upon these specifications because they're the ones that obviously set the rules. So whether it's traffic control or what we should do when we operate a vehicle. So with all that in mind, I seen I seen this in my mind, and it came to me. Now, all this, like I said, this is all behind the scenes. This is all stuff that is already there. Besides the enforcement of the vehicle maintenance and the mandator mandatorness of it. If that is a requirement, then it doesn't matter what the fuck it costs. You can't drive your vehicle. Not because I said, but because you're endangering other people and their families or whatever. And if your vehicle were to malfunction, it will malfunction and cause harm to yourself or others. And no one wants that. And if you can't afford to maintain your vehicle, then you shouldn't be driving at all. And if it's costing too much money for us to maintenance our vehicles, then we need to do something about it when it comes to the parts and the tools to fix the goddamn thing. So once we have all that figured out, you would get notifications under your personal real ID account, digital, digitally, whether it's through another organization or whatever the fuck you want to do. Call it a fucking app if you want. There, right there, it'll fucking show you the information that you fucking need to fix your fucking broken piece of shit car up. So you won't go driving and killing the motherfucker that's doubting this while he's driving down the street without a fucking care, probably. And then bam, he gets fucking smacked. Why? Because no one's thinking about all this shit. It's all behind the scenes. And if they are, they just one fucking, and it's just another thought. In and out. It's that simple. There's nothing complicated about any of this. So then it can also, with all the data entry, it could record how much gas you're using, which then could be used for taxes, how much you're charging, how much, when your new tags are due. Like I have my tags, I'll go grab them real quick. Not my actual tags, but my vehicle registration renewal notice, and I also have um, there's a code up here for me to scan. See, so all this can be viewed online. Amount due $137. Due date 01/08/2020. So, and this is the DMV renewal, vehicle registration renewal notice. So that's what I'm talking about. Then all this will come into effect, and you will be able to view it on your own personal account. And not just that, but as it's more integrated and more simplified for the users on a global scale, it can even have options to slowly put towards that amount every single month or every week for someone that doesn't really have a lot of money, but that's working and that is trying to be responsible and not just, whatever. So that this will be a good way to ensure that you don't get a surprise bill like we fucking do now every fucking time we receive one of these motherfuckers. It's a unexpected bill. Like, what the fuck? And with the digital way, you know exactly when your next registration is due by. If you have vehicles in non-operation or non-operable um, status, and then also the categorization of where every vehicle is and under whose name, and where the vehicle is located at all times, whether it's in your garage in a personal home, or if it's in the shipyard, pick apart, pick a pull, doesn't fucking matter. Or if the vehicle has been um, smashed, just ceased to exist, delete the record, delete it, doesn't exist anymore. All the data and history can be stored though. It can be stored for future investigation, possibly. That would be great, honestly. So yeah, I think with all this, it will also keep the government knowing about how much vehicle maintenance is actually performed, because they already have all that data by how much inventory they have to manufacture and how much they sell, or how much quantity is distributed basically, right? And once they have all this information in the database, then it'll be better for them to equip every single driver and everybody in the world with a better driving experience, and at the same time keeping everyone in the world safe, especially now with the self-drivable vehicles. The self-drivable vehicles can drive themselves. So later on, there's going to be future um, car accidents, future investigations as to how a vehicle and possibly injury or death occurred upon someone or people, um, right? So how are we going to determine what caused the accident, and was it because one of these other vehicles that are not um, highly regulated or equipped with basically state of the art technology as a driver would know it, right? Especially like in new electric vehicles. So it will also record many things: how fast the driver was going, how long they were driving for, and yeah, I don't know. There's different possibilities. I don't even want to get into it. There's no fucking case to even look into, right? So it's just a matter of getting all this data for people that do investigations to also help them. So with all this data that is collected and stored, because we have an unlimited amount of fucking space. Our hard drives have fucking, I don't know, doubled in memory size. I don't fucking know. But it's not even a problem anymore. It's not even an issue. So it doesn't fucking matter. But it requires everyone. It requires everyone. It requires, like, all hands on deck type of thing. Not just in this area, but um, in many other things. Because I was doing my time card, and this is also part of um, this is also part of the driving experience, because people have to fucking go to work and they have to use a company vehicle, and they have to document what time they're driving and what time they stop driving and all that. So later on, all this information will be um, calculated and recorded for future reference, or for just in the moment reference. Um, so 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 with all this data collection and us recording all this, it will allow us to quickly calculate everything digitally, and like I said, it will help everyone put it in their personal ID. Um, and everyone already knows what I'm referring to when I talk about that, which is awesome. It's great. Um, and obviously, I know that this requires a lot of homework, but we just never know if we're gonna be the ones driving down the road and we get fucking hit. I remember discussing having to use an ID, your ID, to drive the vehicle, because it has the ID. So the back of it has a specific code on it. This is for New York State, and it has the code, the scanner code in the very back of it. So this will basically allow the vehicle to know if if you are eligible to drive or not, and if you are not, then um, I guess I never really got that far. Like any problem can be fixed, obviously. Um, but see, this would be good for not the personal owner's good goodness, but it will also be for the goodness of businesses because they could have many vehicles under their company, and therefore that this all this information could be collected and gathered for them to do what they have to do without people stealing from them and many other things. See, so this is a preventative for many things, um, and I honestly feel like there's a lot of enemies, like a lot of demons, just attacking me. They're just doubting and doubting, and I believe that they're listening to me, they're watching me, and it's just fucking up my life. It really is, and it fucked up other people's lives as well that I came into contact with, and now I can't even fucking love on them. It's fucking bullshit. But anyway, I just wish that these thoughts of evil would just leave my mind. But anyway, it will also allow the authorized driver, especially when in viewpoint of a business allowing a specific person or persons to drive one of their vehicles to give them authorization and obviously um, the clearance if um, in case there is any type of hassle, especially for the military. So, and I already explained all this in a different video, but it all connects. And that's why my cousin and I, my cousin Mario and I, we were on this trip since 2012, 2013, and that's the around the time where I was released from uh, well, from juvenile hall to jail to Delano reception, and then from Iowa State prison, and I was released, and not long after that, after doing 5 years, 4 months, but not long after that, we started this. We talked about this, and it all is all connecting. That's why um, we started all this unknowingly, but I believe that we were directed by God and from God specifically because it all connected. Even our ideas connected, the business name connected, even though we never really thought of the business name, um, and the meaning of it until like honestly a year or two later. And Ken, one of the original founders, as my cousin and I were as well, um, he came up with the business name himself, and he bought the domain name Kneks, Kneks. Then I created the logo. I remember my cousin Mario paid someone on freelancer or whatever, or whatever to sharpen it up, and that was the beginning of Connects. And later on, we discovered Connects. It was written everywhere. Stay connected. Um, Stay connected, and basically they're usually um, placed where there's social media icons or logos, right? Stay connected. It's everywhere. See, so we um, we were basically doing something that we had no idea what we were like getting involved in, and um, there's a lot of there's still a lot of stuff that is connecting, and I know everything is open source, so I don't give a fuck. There's True Connect now. This new company, True Connect, they were founded in 2011 in Los Angeles. I don't know if this was altered or not. This information and the history of its development, um, but basically they are able to you are able to call and text with, I guess, an unlimited plan with their app or with their their website or technology or software, right? And it's True Connect, and I don't really know a lot about the company, but it came up when I was playing a video game, um, like if you if you weeks ago, a few months ago. So it wasn't that long that it appeared on my phone. So uh, I guess it could be looked into. It could uh, allow us to perfect what I'm speaking about and what we were on the mission of doing. And obviously, like I said, it's open source, so all of us are um, what is that word, like expendable? It doesn't fucking matter. This is not for me to grow rich and say fuck the world and feed it beans like Eminem said in one of his songs. No, this is not that. This is I have my fucking job. I'm really working traffic control for the union, local 185 in Redding, California. So I don't know what the fuck people are thinking or assuming when I'm talking about all this. It's really aviation for and safety for the driver and people all over the world. So it's just a network, and there needs to be obviously competition, and it's good that there's competition because now not just one group of people can own the monopoly of it. And obviously, we were broke as fuck. I was, I'm still only making like $3,000, maybe $4,000 a month. So obviously, I have no way of making this, um, even making a prototype. So um, that's why I'm saying it's open source. Anyone can do it. I know there's a lot of you out there that have the finances to do it, but I believe that it's going to require a network of people, and eventually, all of it needs to be like wireframe together, like a like a like a building would connect. We are connecting the world, and that's like everyone's like little, you know, little thing. I know Facebook talks about that as well, um, connecting people or whatever. Facebook helps you connect and share with the people in your life. It's that simple. There's nothing complicated about it. And I believe with all this information, it will keep a lot of us safe. It will keep us on the right track, and we could all stay focused on what our job assignments and tasks are at any given time. It's that simple. Nothing changed. It's just a better way of recording data, um, to keep everyone safe and everyone happy. So,
Morning. How you doing?